tell me a little bit about yourself that I maybe didn't cover. Give me about 30 seconds. What would you say to people listening?
Well, thank you, Bernie, for the compliment. I appreciate that. The reason I've tried to set Premier apart from other inspection companies and try to be an inspector that can do it all in one shop is probably growing up with a real estate agent, and I know what all goes into a home purchase or a home sell, and the inspection process is a small part of that, but it's a very important part of that. And if I can make it easier on the buyer or seller and the agent at the same time as making some money for myself, then that's a win-win for everybody. A home purchase is probably the biggest purchase most people will make in their life. And, missing something on an inspection and causing somebody, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 can put a lot of people, most people, into foreclosure. So I take my business very seriously, but at the same time, I love what I do. And they say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, and that's definitely me. I love what I do, and I try to find ways to make myself better at what I do every day.
What is it about your specific training and background that makes your company different from other home inspection companies?
A lot of my training and background is the same as anybody else would get, except for that I was sponsored under a very experienced sponsor. I don't have his permission to say his name on the radio, but he was really, really good at what he does. And so that experience, and then the experience of growing up with a mother that was a real estate agent, and that food was on the table due to her being able to make a deal go through, I think gave me a lot of insight into what I do.
Travis, how do you typically communicate with homeowners?
Generally, I try to not come in overbearing. I try to speak to them in layman's terms. Of course, when I am explaining something, I always ask if they have any experience with it before I just go in and assume that they don't know anything about it. That way I know how to talk to them. I mean, if they know about roofs, I'm not going to sit there and talk to them in layman's terms about roofs. If they know about foundations, it's the same thing. So I try to talk to them, to where I'm not talking over their heads, but I'm also not talking down to them as well. I like to be straightforward and honest, and at the same time, I let them know that I'm just here to inform you. I'm here to inform you of the current condition of the property, and it's not my job to tell you how much it's going to cost to fix it. It's not my job to tell you how scary everything is and all that stuff. I mean, to me, I inform you and allow you and your agent to make the decision properly.
Why would you say that they should hire an inspector?
Oh, always. Even sellers. I talk about even selling a property, you should have an inspection done. I have one agent that every time he lists a property, he has me come out and do an inspection on it. And that's just so there's no surprises during the negotiations, during their inspection process. There's no surprises. The biggest thing buying a home is, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Money Pit with Tom Hanks back in the day, but you do not want to get into a house and find some of the surprises.
You don't want to get in that scenario. So you need to hire an inspector, and that's Mr. Travis Hill.